Sup Pups! So, a common feeling we all share. We watch a movie, show, or play a game based on a comic book and fall in love and adore this newly introduced character. And, with a newfound interest, you want to read the tales that started it all, you know, where these characters originally come from. One problem. There's 85 years of books around at maximum for the worlds of these spandex clad adventurers. I often see this argument brought up by the scum of the underworld, weebs. They claim manga is superior to comics because it's easier to get into. Okay, I will admit, on a technicality it's easier to get into, but that's only because manga hasn't gone on long enough for almost 100 years that they have frequent relaunches. However, I'm here to say that the idea that comics are harder to get into is false. So here's how to get into comic books by your local nerd on the internet. So the easiest place to start is with what character you want to read. Usually the easiest to get into is one of the popular ones. Not only do they have the most stories in general, but also on store shelves. And you're probably familiar with them already. So you know your Batmans, your Supermans, your Spider-Mans, your Wonder Womans, etc. I did mention they have the most books, so where to begin? I'd suggest at the start of a run. DC usually labels all their volumes in order and are largely available in all comic book stores. The beginnings of runs are usually designed to be good starting points for newcomers, yet still have continuity to learn about and help keep the older readers engaged. So if you want a DC introduction, I'd suggest any volume 1 of a book and then continue off with there. However, I would suggest if it's DC, look into reboots. DC has multiple points where continuity is re-established to be new starting points for modern audiences. I'd suggest the New 52, mostly because New 52 Batman was a friggin' spectacular run, oh my god! Marvel Forever has a very consistent continuity that's never really changed since the 40s. Everything that was ever canon is still canon. The best I can really do is suggest starting at the beginning of a run. They usually re-establish the character and set up the upcoming tale, though while you can get volumes, sometimes it's worth it to invest in an Omnibus. An Omnibus is a book that contains all volumes of a run. Marvel Omnibuses, however, are significantly cheaper than DC's, which is a compliment I will give Marvel. DC, why are you so fucking expensive? After you've firmly rooted yourself in and gotten a grasp of one specific section of that universe, try branch out. Start looking into familiar characters or even some more obscure ones you recognise. Really experiment. Sometimes you might not be a fan, but hey, at least you gave it a shot. Elseworld books are something I can only really recommend once you're a fan of the main source material, then you can just pick up whatever after that. Wow Liam, you're so comprehensive. How did you get into comics? Not like this, that's for fucking sure. When I got back into Sonic in 2016, I got the urge to start collecting Archie Sonic comics. You know, before they lost their rights. After that, I've been collecting every single IDW published Sonic comics since day one. I have no life. Eventually I wanted to delve more into more standard comic books until I really committed to the Batman around the Joker War arc, at like the end of that their Dark Design story arc. Then over the course of a while I frequently picked up books that interested me, were gifted to me, wanted to experiment, or the cover just looked kinda nice. Like, god damn, look at that cover, This is my comic collection now. We put them in a bookshelf inside my wardrobe because as the comic collection grew, my wallet shrank. I have it organised in such an odd organisation. It goes from Batman to Superman to Wonder Woman, then Flash, then the Black Canary and Zatanna team up to Mr. Miracle, Super Sons, Robins, Batgirl, Supergirl, Justice League, event books, Sandman, and then these cool hardbacks. Before descending down to Spider-Man, Black Cat, Daredevil, She-Hulk, Hulk, America Chavez, Hawkeye, Miss Marvel, Marvel Zombies, Invincible, some straight Archie Sonic books I have, and I'm not some weirdo who buys every single Funko Pop ever created known to man. But I do collect ones based on the characters I like. Up top is the Trinity, facing some villain ones I have. The comic ones are only on the bookshelf though, I have some Sonic ones with the other Sonic figures though. I want to conclude with the truth. There is no definitive way to get into comic books. They're for everyone, and honestly, you could just get started anywhere. The point of this video was to give someone scared and overwhelmed a structured gateway into this crazy, fantastical world, and hopefully give more people the chance to get involved in this endearing hobby I love so much. So yeah, hopefully this was simple and easy enough for someone to get intrigued into getting into comic books, because that's the beauty of them. It doesn't matter where you start or what you read, heroes are for everyone no matter who you are. Just, if you needed a little guidance to get into the medium, then hopefully I provided that. Thanks, see ya, have a great day!